That was a very nice one, that there. Good evening, everybody. Can you guys hear me well? Great stuff, great stuff. Welcome to tonight's webinar, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, I think we should maybe start counting these webinars to see which number of webinar this is by now. I lost count, to be honest, but maybe perhaps a good idea for us to start counting these. Let me just get myself set up here for a second there. Give me a second, please. Great stuff. All right. Tonight we have, you will see some panelists, some additional panelists that perhaps some of you have not seen before. I've got Crypto TV there, all the way from Australia. Crypto TV, welcome tonight. I think it's the first live one you are joining tonight, right? If I'm not mistaken. All right, and then we have the second one live. Well done. And then we have Jean from Belgium. Jean, as always, my friend, very welcome tonight. Thank you for joining us. And of course, Corey from Netherlands, very welcome. And I'm not, I hope I'm not missing anyone, but I'm just purely, oh yes, we have Carl as well on. Carl is from Canada. He is our country representative for Canada. Carl, welcome. Thank you very much for joining. And then, of course, last but not least, my lovely co-host, Jackie van der Nest. Jackie, good evening and welcome to tonight's webinar.
Thank you, Cobus, and welcome to all. I hope that you're all warm and cozy. And to those who enjoy some sun, I am jealous.
Are you cold that side, Jackie? It sounds like you are having a bit of a temperature situation going on there.
It is not cold, it's freezing, Cobus.
Oh, well, I'm sure that all the excitement for tonight will really speed things up for you there. All right, without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we have a couple of things that we would like to announce. Of course, you guys have seen in the preview, you've seen our agenda for this evening, and I'm sure you guys already have some questions as usual. But let's get going. Let me just get my screen shared here. Please give me a second. There we go. All right, great. Okay, so first of all, last week we had a bit of a speed wobble, if I can use such a word, with our webinar capacity. Yeah, it turns out that the license that we had for our webinar could only accommodate 100 people, which I actually forgot about because we never reached that capacity. So that problem has now been resolved. We've changed the license. We can now, increase the capacity. In fact, I think we can now easily accommodate at the moment up to 500. All right, let me just see. I got somebody saying my volume is a bit low. Give me a second. Let me just try and adjust that for you. Audio. All right, let me see this. Can you guys hear me better now? Better. Great stuff. All right. Yeah, tonight you see I've got this little bracelet on. I'm trying to do things a little bit better, so so I can hear and also speak and everybody can hear me. Anyway, so back to the agenda. We can do what we're going to do from now on basically is, we'll monitor the registrations, and if we see that it exceeds the capacity, which is an oversight from our side, that we will make sure that we are ready for the capacity going forward. So that shouldn't be a problem. And once again, apologies for those of you that couldn't join. I know of a lot of regulars actually, they didn't manage to join from the start. So yeah, that's that one. All right, then I want to touch on the webinar structure going forward. Basically, I would like to just spend a minute or two there. What we have to start doing now, and please understand why this is, we're going to have different kinds of webinars from next week really, where we will have these webinars weekly, will be short and to the point, point for point. We're going to mention and announce what we have to announce and get it over with. And instead of me sitting here every webinar spending time explaining who is Finalmente, where are we coming from, and those kind of things, you know, we often have questions, people saying, please explain what you guys do to earn profits or generate profits. Those regular questions, we cannot get away from answering those questions, but because there will always be new people joining, and I realize that. But we have to find a way to make this webinars a little bit more to the point, over and out, basically for everyone's sake, and also have a method to accommodate the newcomers. So what we've decided to do is, I'm going to spend time with Jackie this week, and especially, this week coming and next week. We are going to record a very well thought through pre-recording video. I mentioned this long ago and it didn't really quite work as well, but we are going to spend time on doing a recording that says, you know, who we are, where we come from, how long the business has been in business, where, you know, are we registered, all those things people ask, where this short, possibly couple of minutes video will be edited and properly put together, and also be to the point, but will answer all those basic frequently questions. We will then, when somebody new on this webinar then asks a question that is covered in a video, we will then purely, the admin team will then post the link to that particular member and basically assist that member, you know, pointing them in the direction as to where to find us. We also have some of our country reps, thank you very much, that's offered to assist us in translation of these videos. Now, over the past 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks, probably a bit more, we didn't get the time to get to it. But we are now sort of back on track, and we will start paying attention to those particular issues. So we will have videos, and they will be very, very well put together so that everybody can understand. So that is the point. So the webinars will be shorter and to the point, new announcements and that sort of thing will be discussed. And if we find during registrations particular questions that we feel is important that cannot be answered or explained necessarily in a text method or text form in an email, we will then put those questions into the section that's currently covered by Jackie, and she will then bring those up and we'll quickly discuss those. This is just so that we don't have the Sunday evening, because for us it's Sunday evening. I know it's not the same all over the world, but for us, you know, we don't have the Sunday evenings messing up everybody's Sundays and sitting here for 2 hours repeating the same information over and over again. It becomes a bit of what's the word? Monotonous situation. We don't want that, and kind of boring, you know. We don't want to do that. Okay, so that is what that is all about. And I'm going to, while I'm on the subject, I'm going to jump quickly over to this point here in the webinar on the agenda, where you'll see Zoom webinars move to Mondays. We are going to move the webinars to a Monday evening instead of Sunday evening. There are a lot of reasons for it, and most of it is because Sunday evenings we had a lot of people saying they want to rather spend time with their families because Monday is a working week again. So we are going to try it and see how it goes. So we are just going to, we will send out new invites based on that as soon as it happens, and we will move at same time, same situation, but just on Monday evenings. Then once a month, we are going to have a longer, more in-depth webinar where that one might go like 1.5 hours even, where we're going to go into questions and problems or issues or explaining certain things that kept coming up over the past 3 webinars or meetings, and it seems to still be a situation that needs some explaining. Then we'll go into those. particular subjects and topics of discussion, and we will get those out of the way. All right. So that's basically the idea behind the webinars. We want it a bit more structured. Ladies and gentlemen, there's something that I need to explain here that a lot of people probably don't understand. What everybody sees is from 7:15 our time until the end of the webinar. That's the part they see. The preparation it requires from us to set up all the technical sides and all the, I'm talking from the music to the video that plays and everything, the whole prep. It takes us almost at least half to 2/3 of a day on a Sunday, which means that we have our entire team on a Sunday afternoon. They're missing lunch with their families and that sort of thing. That's another reason why we want to move it to Mondays, so that we can have, the Sunday family time, because at the end of the day, that's also very important. So that's one of the reasons. We'll test it and see how it goes, and then we'll take it from there. All right. Another general update. I want to discuss quickly the MTI rotator links as promised to members. We received some questions from members last week when we announced our endorsement with the MTI platform and program through our association with LLS. There seemed to be a bit of confusion about that, so I just want to clear up a few things. I have said that we will, for everybody that is already on MTI, we will do a sort of promotion launch, whatever, where you can send us your MTI links, and we will add them into the current rotator that we will be running for MTI adverts. It's only going to be an MTI advert that we're going to run. There are members, they are paying for it. Finalmente is also contributing. LLS is contributing towards this pool to try and assist members from both sides and from all over. And I announced back then that we will allow existing members, even if you haven't signed up. I wasn't quite clear on this, and that's why I want to discuss it tonight. So this is the deal. For a 14-day period, everybody that's already on MTI, whether you signed up through the LLS or the MTI links from, or the LLS or the Finalmente links, doesn't matter. We will promote your link. All you have to do is send a support ticket with your link, with which one you want to promote, and our team will add it into the rotator for a 14-day period. After that, there will be an MTI rotator plan that you can go purchase at 0.0015 Bitcoin. It will be for 30 days. And as we go along and endorse these other platforms, which was really something that was asked by members for us to investigate and do, and there's really not going to be a lot of them. We will grow into it. But as they come on board and we are happy to make the affiliation, then we will add a deal particular to that particular platform. But at the moment, it's MTI and the association through LLS, and that's what we are happy to do. All right, so that's with regards to the MTI. So all you got to do is send a support ticket with the link that you want to promote. We'll allow one link per member. If it is your auto link or your left or your right link, whatever it is you choose, we will add it in for 14 days. I just want to clear the air on that, so everybody is happy and on the same page. All right, give me a second. I'm just checking with admin here. Do you need anything? Great stuff. All going well. Okay, then I would like to also cover the token airdrop update. For those of you that missed last week's announcement, Finalmente, we have entered into a contract. Well, we have created our own token, which is worth 0. I need to make this very clear. People must understand this. It's a brand new token. It's an ECR20 based token, which is on the same what's the word I'm looking for? On the same platform as Ethereum, for example. So it will run on Ether or my Ether wallet, the main Ethereum blockchain. And what we've received a lot of questions about it. But before I go to the questions or a bit more explanation about it, let me give you guys some quick statistics on this. All right, so let's have a look here. So here are some live stats. Let me just refresh this. At the moment, we have a total amount of 38 million tokens that were claimed in our token airdrop. These are free, again, worth nothing at this stage, because the next step after this would be to list it on the exchange, which we have already started the process. And then there are some more processes with that to follow after this. Okay, we have already have over 6,000 participants on the token airdrop, which I want to thank everybody for their participation. We are really all hoping that this thing will fly, as well as all our other projects, and we have some big plans with the token. And what are these plans? Everybody's asking, what are you going to do with the token? Are you guys going to start paying us in the token? Are you guys going to convert our money into your token? No, we're not. Whatever we are doing from the start, and I want to make this clear in general, whatever we are doing as Finalmente Global, whatever project is in place, like for example, we started with the lending Bitcoin platform, that is going to stay there. That won't change. We are adding projects to this. See. Okay, I seem to have a bit of a breakup in reception and network. Can you guys see me now? Okay, guys, sorry about that. I seem to have a network connection situation going here. Corey, John, are you still okay? Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Let me see if you can hear me. Hold on 1 second. Shay, can you make word up your word for it? Okay, as long as you can at least hear me, then that's good. Eh? Sorry, guys. We're trying to get this whole network thing. It's always a problem, you know. But anyway, let me carry on. So where was I? Where did I stop with this? John, do you mind helping me out here? There, telling me what lost did you guys hear?
Thank you. Couldn't unmute myself. So what we heard as last is that the value of the coin is at this process 0 until it gets to the exchange, and afterwards you're going to announce that we will not get paid in the tokens, but we will remain having bitcoins for it.
Thank you, John. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right. Yes. So people were asking, are we going to convert your earnings into our token? And the answer is no. The token is there, and it's meant for promotion, buying and selling of advertising, and rewarding members for certain things. That's what the token is primarily there for. And people will earn tokens by doing certain things. We are also considering adding it to some gaming platforms. I don't know yet if that part is going to happen. But the idea is really to reward people with. It will gain some value over time, and people can then claim that, cash in their token or exchange it. But first, the next step would be to list it, of course. And once this is done, it will be announced. All right. So at this stage, it's not affecting any of the existing programs or projects or platforms. All right. Now, I have already mentioned the Zoom webinars that we're going to move. That part is done. And I think then this means, no. So at this stage, I'm just checking my network here. Sorry for that, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just give it a look here. All right. So I am going to move over to Jackie now, because it is her turn to waffle a bit. Jackie, are you going to intro yourself with some music, or are you just going to start talking tonight?
You can also start singing. It's not a problem.
No, you don't want me to sing, please. I can do a lot of things, but singing is definitely not one of it. You know, I might be able to try and dance, but it won't be as beautiful of a scene, but it will definitely be a lot quieter.
Maybe we should give away a first prize of Cobus dancing.
Oh,
On
no,
a
please
Zoom.
don't do that to me. Please, no, no, no. That's not going to be a beautiful sight, I promise you. Okay, Jackie, over to you there.
Thank you, Cobus. Tonight I'm going to, let me just share my screen here.
Okay, let me stop my screen share.
Please, Cobus.
Okay, I'm done.
There we go. Can everybody see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it. Thank you.
Brilliant. Tonight I'm going to tell you that we have finally launched the capital withdrawal plan on both Finamente Global and Finamente Main. A lot of questions has been asked, a lot of suggestions has been made, and we listened, and here you go. This is where you can find it. On your dashboard, select lending plan. This is your capital withdrawal notice. Please note that it pays 14% at the end of the plan, when on accrual. It will pay 14%. It won't pay 7% a week. It will pay 14% over 2 weeks. Okay, you can just go buy with Bitcoin or your balance. You enter your amount, place order just like you would a normal plan. And after 14 days, your balance will be available. Now the same goes for Finamente Main. Sorry. You go to your dashboard, invest, to your plans. My apology. You select your capital withdrawal. You enter the amount, and your capital withdrawal is then activated. It's not available immediately. Please note it will be available after 14 days. Anything else you would like to add on this, Cobus?
No, not really. The only thing that I would like to say is people must just remember that we had to change because we are making it available for members to purchase themselves. That was the reason, because a lot of people requested, why can't they just do it themselves? They now can do it. It's not going through support because it used to be a semi-automatic process in the past. Now it's fully managed by members. And in order for it to be fully automated, we had to change the settings. So instead of the only difference is that you're not getting paid on day 7 and then day 14. You're getting paid all of it on day 14 when you do a capital withdrawal. So that's the only slight change. Really, everything else is as if you would have asked for support to do it. Now you just do it yourself. And also now you can, of course, choose the amount that you wish to withdraw, of course. And if there are any questions regarding the capital withdrawal, you're welcome to please post the questions and we'll have a look at it just now. Give me a second there, please. Carl, you're asking capital withdrawal if the plans is in, say, Litecoin. Is that the one I'm talking about? No, I've got the wrong thing. I've got the wrong question here. Sorry, guys. That one. Can you use the withdrawable balance and the repurchase balance for the capital withdrawal? Yes, you can. However, it absolutely makes no sense to do that. I would then just, because the withdrawable, the purpose of the capital withdrawal is to make available your capital that you're required to give 2 weeks notice on. The withdrawable balance is already available. So what you're going to do now is you're going to make it stuck again for 2 weeks. But you can do it. You will earn on it. So that's the benefit, of course. So it makes really no difference, I suppose. But you know, you would want to perhaps withdraw the withdrawable once you make a withdrawal, and then the capital would then just run its course. Okay. I hope that's answered your question. I see there's another one from Carl. Is that taken care of? Okay, Carl is asking, give me a second here. Plan is saying, I couldn't write the conversely. I'm running. Where does the BT go after 7 days? All right, Carl. The current situation, if you have purchased plans with alternative coins like Litecoin and Ethereum, it will go back to Bitcoin, your Bitcoin balance at the moment. What we intend to do is to split up, and I think I've mentioned this briefly before. We intend to split up the plans so that you purchase with Litecoin in and it comes with Litecoin out. And the same with Ethereum or any other token. But at the moment, the way it works is you would purchase it with Litecoin and it pays in Bitcoin because it converts it at the time of paying. It pays your Bitcoin balance. Interesting question though about the capital withdrawal. It would work the same for now. It will go back to Bitcoin. But what I don't know, and I'll have to go check on this, but the plan is that if you purchase it with Ethereum or Litecoin, it would pay to a Litecoin wallet instead, but you will have on the plan name, it will clearly state this is a Litecoin plan. So you can purchase it with Litecoin and it will pay back to your Litecoin wallet perhaps, for example, and that's sort of the idea there. I hope I've answered that question. Let me have a look if there's anything else. Anything else? All right, guys. Okay, so that's it for now. If there's anything I've missed, please make sure that you send us that question. Well, I'll check it back just now again. All right. All right, guys. So the next point of discussion, I wanted to talk about. I want to just slot in a short, brief, little bit of extra training again on Finalmente Main, which is something we said we were going to do in each webinar, and we really want to make this short and sweet and cover a topic at a time. When we said this, we knew we were going to make videos, but the importance of the videos and how quickly we were going to add them at the time was slightly different in terms of priority. We've changed things around now, and we're really going to put a lot of effort and grunt into these videos and get them out there as soon as possible, which will explain each topic properly and perhaps with graphics and demos, etc. as well. The thing I want to talk about tonight, you'll see, or a lot of members would have received it, or all members would have received this email, but a lot of them have questions about this. We've sent out an email about the IP whitelisting, or rather banning because of cheating. Now, I need everybody to understand that this email was sent to everybody, so it's not aimed at a particular person. By sending this email, we're not saying that any particular member was cheating, but we did find people cheating the system. There are these click factories out there in different parts of the world, and they aim and target companies or websites where they can just click and view ads, and in that way accumulate as much as possible token or coin or rewards in order for them to be able to basically cheat the system, and they don't really earn it. So the value of the advertising and all of that's gone down the drain. Give me a second there, please. Sorry. Okay. All right. Sorry, I was just changing something here on my panel. So at the end of the day, we had to do something. Now, the anti-cheat system is really software with a certain set of rules. Now, we know and we are fully aware that some people, some members, they have downlines to huge levels all the way down where they are continuously assisting their downliners and helping them to register their accounts. And for that reason, we can't just have a black and white rule in place, because we will ban people that do not intend to cheat. So it's a very difficult thing to do. But it is also not possible for us to do this manually. So we had to let the developers write us sets of rules where the system automatically checks. So is it possible for a member to be banned by accident? Yes, it is. And if it happens, we apologize and we'll unban you, no problem. Just let us know. Perhaps you have your family, your wife, if it's got an account, you guys are using the same IP address. That's a typical example. If we don't know that Jean is using 2 accounts from his same Wi-Fi at home, for example, but his wife is logging in from her iPhone and him on his account, the system will pick it up and the system will think it's cheating. All you have to do is let us know, send a support ticket. They will go and whitelist those 2 accounts. And those 2 accounts will then be bypassing the security check on those particular matters. So it's not the end of the world and no funds are disappearing if this happens. It is something we had to implement to get our system streamlined. And we have so far banned just over 400 cheaters. And they actually really are cheaters. They are not even contactable. We couldn't even contact them. So from the support side and from management side, we are really going the extra mile and effort and trying to ensure that we don't ban somebody by accident. But if you are banned by accident, it's not the end of the world. Please let us know. We will fix it for you. All right. But equally as much, I would like to share this message to people that have the intention, and some of them might be on the Zoom webinar tonight. If you have the intention to ban us, you will not get paid, sir or madam. Please, you must be sure about that. If we find out that you've cheated us, because that is things, those are things, those cheaters, those click factories are things that causes platforms like this not to survive. And we have a very active management and support team behind the scenes here. They are working almost 24/7 to make sure that we keep every aspect of our platforms and projects sustainable for the long term for everybody. So you might get away with it once, but you're not going to get away with it the second time or the third time. That I can assure you. So that's the negative part, but the positive part is if it's done by accident, let us know and we'll sort you out. All right. And that is really what I wanted to talk about in terms of tonight's training. It's not really training. I wanted to just talk about the security, the referrals, and what is allowed and what is not allowed. If I think I've made my point, there's no point waffling on with that particular point any longer. All right, Jackie, I want to ask you, is there anything that you would like us additionally to cover tonight in my training? It's not really training. It was more of a speech. Yeah, I feel like I've just given a lecture.
A fair warning.
Okay. All right then. Okay. Are we good to move on to the questions received during the registration?
Yes, please.
All right. I am going to then give it over to you now then. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, our questions received during registration. I see that there's a lot of people asking about the whitelisting and the IP blocking. I think Kobus has explained that. If you are still experiencing that problem, please send us a support ticket with the names of the people on the same IP address as you, and we will then whitelist you. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank 2 very amazing users on our platform. Nitros, I'm not sure if you're listening. We are very proud of you, and I promised you that I'm going to give you this shout out. And then also Ben from Soweto, thank you very much for what you are doing for our platform. We really appreciate this. Okay, we have a lot of shout outs tonight. Irfan, thank you very much. This is regarding the insurer for the funds. We are working on this. Let me assure you, we are working on this to get this up and running. And then also a big shout out to the FMG team for rewarding their members with a 14% profit on a capital withdrawal. Most definitely the first company to ever so. Irfan, we are something special. We are taking our platforms to the next level. Okay, Elaine, thank you for two fantastic platforms, life changes. Okay, the higher plans, the memberships, we are also working on that. An update will be sent as soon as that is ready and after testing, of course. Let me see who else is there. Gerard Silje, thank you once again. A massive shout out to the most amazing support team. Thank you for all of you guys, what you're doing. Okay, and that's all from my side. To the questions I didn't get to, I will be in contact with you via email.
Thank you, Jackie. I would like to also do something a little bit different tonight. And I have asked this was not in the plan, I'll be honest about it, but I just thought about this now. You know, country reps are becoming a really important part of our business because they are the people out there speaking to the members a lot as well. And they often come with very good suggestions, and we are a dynamic business. So I have thought about this. I'm going to ask country reps every now and then to come on, say a few words, mention something if they would like to do so. And for tonight, we're going to ask Jean. He said he's willing to talk a bit. So Jean, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's got some kind of educational tutoring type of business as well, if I'm not mistaken. And so let's see if he can lecture you guys better than I can do. Jean, over to you.
Well, no pressure at all. I can feel it. I can feel it. I just want to say a bit to everyone here on the webinar. I'd like to say that I started the same way as you started. I've been cheated a lot. I've been scammed a lot by a lot of scamming programs on the internet. And I was about to be done with everything that had to do with online business until I met this. And I must say now, I'm here from April now, and I'm absolutely here to stay. I loved being in Finalmente, and that's why I also wanted to join as your country representative for Belgium. It means, even though I am from Belgium, I get a lot of people because I also talk on the Telegram channel, and people are welcome to ask me a lot of questions, and I will answer them briefly, and also, if it is necessary, a bit longer, because I got every information that they want to have. I want to give it to them. And I like to say, as I've been here now for a few months, I'm really feeling at home. And so it's very important to know that Finalmente is taking care of its customers. And one of the things that we can do is to be a country representative. So if there is anyone from Belgium or anyone near Belgium and he wants to talk or she wants to talk to me, or you have somebody that has some questions before they enter, just let them come to me. I'm not stealing away your clients. I'm just giving you all the information, and I'm referring you back to the ones that brought you in. So this is just a little part from me. I'm very thankful that I can be in this team, and I'm proud to be your Belgium country representative.
Thank you very much for those words and those kind words, Jean. It's always good to hear somebody's success story coming from a long way. I really appreciate it. And thank you very much for the valuable input. You know, well, a lot of our members do not know this, but during the week, you know, these country reps, we have our group where we have discussions. They quite keep us busy. Let me tell you one thing. And because they're from different countries, you know, sometimes the hours of these messaging goes for us over midnight often. But we really appreciate at the end of the day valuable information and feedback coming from everybody. I want to also for tonight ask Tiwi from Australia. He's ready to join us and say a few words. Thank you, Tiwi. You up? Dewey, you're muted there.
Better?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, everybody can hear me? Sweet. All right. Yeah, this is should really be quite normal for me as I am a YouTuber, but I actually do feel quite nervous here because you know, this is it's great being here. So thanks for having me. This is my second time here. Yeah, so I just want to let everybody know that I am the Australian country representative. So if you guys are in Australia, in Melbourne particularly, if you guys want to have a chat or whatever, meet up and all that, man, you know, I'm always here to help you guys answer whatever I can. I've been with Fundamente Global for short term, about 2 months, but I did, you know, do my research a couple months before that. And, you know, just before you jump in, you know, always do your research. So I've done all that. And yeah, as I said, man, it's great to be here. If you're in anywhere else around Australia, you know, once the border is open again for traveling, you know, I like to go to the Gold Coast and stuff. So if you guys are around here, Brisbane, Sunshine Coast, you know, I love to visit those places. So we can always do a meetup, hang out, whatever, you know. So, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel, and yeah, so we can catch up more. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dewey. Yeah, thank you for that. We definitely intend to travel a little bit more. And once the borders are open, of course, that's the big question. Yeah. I think it's quite frustrating for everybody at the moment, not being able to travel all over the place. But we did say this from day one, and we intend to do this still, is to have live not webinars, actually seminars, conferences, where we will then, you know, go out there and meet the people so they can see that we are real, because there are still people thinking that I'm an actor for some reason. And we've had it this last week. It was quite funny, where somebody confused me with somebody else. His name is also Kobus, funny enough. And when I looked at the photo, I'm not even anywhere as good looking as the guy on the photo, but somehow they think it's still me. All right. But anyway, that is the way it is. Thank you very much. Guys, I'm going to just check in with my admin, and then we're going to move on to the last part of our meeting tonight. 1 second, please. Good. Okay. Great stuff. Right. Tonight, we're going to do a lucky draw. Jackie will have the list of registrants ready there for us just now. And we are going to do a lucky draw where we're not going to give away the money per se. It's technically still the money. Well, we are going to actually give away the actual plan. So those winners that will win tonight will win an actual activated plan, and the money in the plan is theirs to keep, of course, or reuse or reinvest, whatever they want to do with it after the plan is expired. Give me 1 second there. You may know. Okay. All right, guys. Sorry, I was just reminded here of something. I'm checking in between things about questions and answers, and people asking certain questions, so to see if it's something I can answer and cover on the live webinar. But tonight, before I continue with the lucky draw, I need to say this though. We intend to make the lucky draw a little bit more interesting going forward. But of course, this costs money, and I know it's not a lot, but you know, every little bit adds up. And again, it's all about sustainability. So what we want to do, we want to make it a lot more interesting and have the lucky draw also on the once a month major webinar. So we'll make it a lot more interesting, perhaps even more prizes and a lot more things, but we're going to have it on we're going to actually do it once a month. That's sort of what the plan is. So it might not, you know, as we go along and things come up and we feel it's available for a lucky draw, we'll put it in, but it will be at the very least once a month. Okay, so tonight's lucky draw we're going to give away would be All right, so we've got 3 prizes. I'm sure you guys have seen this in the video pre-play. We're going to give away Uno Classic, so it's on finalmenteglobal.com. We're going to give away 3 plans. After the meeting, the winners' plans will be activated by support. It is a first prize, second prize, third prize of 0.004 first prize, second prize 0.0025, and third prize of 0.001 Bitcoin. Okay, so I want to be clear about that because I've made some mistakes in the past. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the live draw, to the number generator. Give me a second to get set up there, please. Bear with me. It's okay. Okay. 1 second. Number generator. Let's just get the number generator in here. Okay, guys. All right. So, Jackie, are you there? Can you tell me what is the starting and ending numbers for tonight?
The starting number is number 7 and the last number is number 150.
Interesting. Great stuff. So let me just stop this. Let me do this again. I keep on making the same mistake. So the first one is 7, right? And 150.
Correct. That is correct, Cobus.
Okay, great stuff. Okay, so let me just get a chat box in my view here so I can see the stops. Okay, don't worry about it. My admin will tell me to stop here. Are you guys ready? So the rules. No, don't send me stop yet. That's not going to help. So when I go hit start, the 5th stop that scrolls over, they will tell me, and I'm ready with my finger on the button here, and we will stop it, and then we will announce the winner. We're starting with the 3rd prize first. Okay, are we ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Stop. Okay, 96. Jackie, I'm going to stop my share. You can quickly just show me share your screen there, please.
Number 96 is Marshall Walter.
Marcel Walter. Okay,
Yes.
Great stuff. Marcel Walter, congratulations. You have won yourself a free plan there. All right, so let's get going to the 2nd prize now. All right, I'm going to start the counter. 3, 2, 1, go. Stop.
Stop.
Okay, 108. Okay, let me stop my share. There we go. Over to you.
What was the number, Cobus?
108. 108.
108 is Andrew Stephen. Congratulations.
Andrew Stephen Gray. Great stuff.
Yes.
Congratulations. Okay, let's do the last one. Now for the first prize, ladies and gentlemen. The first prize being 0.004. A plan worth 0.004. I'm going to start. Are you ready for me? 3, 2, 1, go. Stop. Okay, 82. Let me stop my screen share.
And number 82 is Lucky Martin McDonald.
Martin McDonald. Martin McDonald, congratulations. You've won yourself a free plan with 0.004 Bitcoin. Thank you very much, Jackie. I'm sure you will communicate that through to support later this evening still. Ladies and gentlemen, lastly, before I end up, I want to finish. I want to say, for those of you that are always looking out for the uploading of the link, The Zoom video quality, for some reason, I don't know what they've done. It's changed slightly. So for some reason, it's the last 2 meetings takes quite a bit longer to render before I can upload it to YouTube. But be rest assured, it will be done at the latest. It will be available by tomorrow, because I always also cut out the first part with the music. I'm sure we don't want to have an extra 15 minutes in the video. That's not really required. Other than that, let me just go back to my agenda. I think we're good to go. Let me just check with admin if there's anything else that's urgent.
Capital withdrawal is net om jou geld uit die systeem uit te kry. Hierdie ou sy plannetjie gaan reinvest. Hy wil
Okay, no problem. Let me just, sorry guys, I was just checking on an interesting question we got here. Perhaps let's just cover that. Give me a second. Let me go to Q&A. I'm going to answer this live. When I click the button, you guys will be able to read the question. Kobus Botma is asking, let's say I want to get the 14% for each 14 days when just reinvested it all again for the 14 days. Kobus, to be honest with you, you will make more money if you just do not use that plan, if that's what you want to do. And then let me explain to you why. If you purchase, let's say, Uno Classic, which currently at the moment pays 7% every 7 days. If you take that 7% after 7 days and you compound the entire amount, you will earn slightly more on day 14 than doing it this way. The capital withdrawal notice is meant for people that wish to withdraw their capital and not want to invest it again. So once you've withdrawn your capital, it will be paid to your wallet and you will have to incur all the costs again to put it back in if you wish to do so. You cannot really repurchase. Well, it doesn't make sense to repurchase it. If you want to do that, of course, the system will probably allow you to do that, but you will lose a lot more doing it that way. The capital withdrawal is purely for people that would like to withdraw a portion or the entire capital. Since our rules say that capital is not available for it, we require a 2-week notice period. That's what the plan is for. So in the past, when somebody would want to withdraw their capital, they would actually send us a support ticket, go through the process, and this would take time. So people asked us to actually allow them to decide on it themselves. All right, and that's why we've added the plan to the system. The plans were actually really always there. They were just not activated for members to use on their own. I hope that helps and answers the question. All right, are we good? Ladies and gentlemen, I think we are done for this evening. I want to say to everybody, thank you for your time and look after your families and loved ones. Have a good one. God bless. Have a good evening. See you Monday
Goodbye.
next week.
Next week, Monday.
Thank you. Bye-bye.